Across the globe, approximately 176,000 homicides occur every year amongst the age range of 15 to 29 years. On the news, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, crime seems to be something these outlets never miss out on. Hi, my name is Julie from South Korea, and today I'll be talking about juvenile delinquency and the psychological influences that drive the motive to commit such acts. Before beginning, I would like to share that the information being shared today is simply a synthesis of my opinions and research and is not targeting any specific individuals, nor is it aimed to criticize any actions being taken today. Juvenile delinquents, also known as adolescent criminals, are typically described as individuals under the age of 18 who go beyond legal regulations and are guilty of some offense. These individuals tend to portray insufficient development, knowledge, and interpersonal communication. Often, these individuals are viewed as an anomaly to society just because of their age. The notion of being teenagers who commit unethical crimes shapes how people view these individuals, leaving them to be ostracized from society. While many factors influence the way juvenile delinquency is treated, media portrayal of juvenile offenders, whether that is on the news or across social media, often plays a pivotal role in shaping public perceptions of these individuals. Also, being a teenager in a digital world that is creating something new day to day, I have realized the impact of media and how certain things are viewed. People use media as an outlet to determine who to include and exclude, and seems to make people crave more and more attention as time goes on. Taking this mindset into consideration, media outlets often use the stories of juveniles to gain attraction, even if it means distorting stories to the extreme. While many factors can drive a teenager to commit a crime, the role of the brain can be crucial in evoking these motivations. First, the prefrontal cortex. This part of the brain is the key influence on criminal behavior within juvenile delinquents through its role in decision-making, impulse control, and risk assessment. It is the last region to reach complete maturation. Thus, this delay can lead to behavioral immaturity in juveniles, impacting their abilities to make sound judgments and control impulses. With the absence of control over the function of the prefrontal cortex, juveniles often rely more on the amygdala, which is responsible for emotional responses, rather than the logical functioning of the prefrontal cortex. The ongoing maturation of the prefrontal cortex can heavily influence how juveniles process information, make decisions, and regulate their behavior. The lack of maturation in this brain region emphasizes the lack of culpability within juvenile criminals and how their emotional responses tend to oppress the rational functioning of decision-making. Environmental factors also shape a juvenile. Apart from the exterior surroundings, families that tend to lack solid communication with one another are reflected upon juveniles as they develop aggressive behavior, which eventually may lead to criminal behavior. Thus, households that are not able to stably support juveniles or provide sound and consistent punishment may be more likely to influence a child's criminal behavior, putting them on the path of becoming a delinquent. A factor I resonate the most with is peer pressure. It exists everywhere: schools, clubs, sports, and so on. Juveniles often experience the need for constant confirmation from peers, believing that doing whatever their peers say would allow them to fit in within a specific group of juveniles. This can induce juveniles into believing that violating laws would ultimately accrue an individual's social status as if it were a social reward. There are so many factors within our brain and society that seem to motivate not just juveniles, but humans in general to commit acts against their morals. And framing juveniles as being worse than adult criminals is seemingly misleading. Now, I have a question for you guys. Do you think juvenile delinquents deserve the same legal punishments as those who are adults? Thank you for listening.